Hey guys, it's Adam here from the Franchise Tag with my top 5 waiver wire pickups for week 6. Now, I think we're starting to see that the waiver wire is starting to thin out a little bit. There's not a lot of running backs on this week, but there are some good wide receivers and a few other options that are worth going for. So my number one guy, Rashee Rice, we told him about you last week. He's still available on quite a few waiver wires at the moment. With Travis Kelce maybe being injured, struggling a little bit, he might not be seeing as much of the ball. And Rashee Rice seems to be the guy who's there whenever they're in the red zone. So I think Rashee Rice is a good option. He's going up against Denver this week on Thursday Night Football. They're 16th against wide receivers. Not an amazing matchup, but I think Rice is definitely worth a pickup and one that you can use later on down the line as well. My number 2 guy, Josh Downs for the Indianapolis Colts. Now, Downs has been a bit hit and miss so far this season, but what has been noticeable is that he has improved and had a lot more targets whenever Gardner Minshew is involved in the team. It looks like Anthony Richardson's going to be out injured maybe for a week or two. Chances are that Minshew's going to play this week, and so therefore I think that Josh Downs is definitely worth a go. Going up against the Jacksonville Jaguars defense that look better against the Buffalo Bills this week, but they are still 19th against wide receivers, and I think that you'll find that Downs could have a decent week and, again, a bit like Rice, be one to look for the rest of the season. My third guy, bit of a surprise, but I have mentioned him before, Desmond Ridder, quarterback for Atlanta. Now, we saw last week, against the Texans, he looked pretty good, and he managed to put up quite a few points. I think it was around 25, 26 points. So we're starting to see him sort of improve a little bit as the season's going on. He's starting to focus a bit more on the passing game because they can't just completely run all the time. Teams are going to know that. Like I said, did well against the Houston Texans. He's going up against the Washington Commanders this week, who are currently 30th against the quarterback. So I think Ridder's going to have a perfectly good opportunity this week to get yourself some decent points and do well. My number 4 guy, Logan Thomas, Washington Commanders tight end. Now, Thomas has kind of been a bit in and out, but he was very, very good last week. He did well. He had 11 targets against the Bears. But the real reason you want to go for him is that he's going up against the Atlanta Falcons, as we previously said on the last pick. The Falcons are 31st against tight end. This is a guy who we've seen with Logan Thomas. He's a good pass catcher. He's very reliable. I think you could see a lot of targets going his way in this game, and he's definitely one that you're going to want to have a look at if you've got a problem at tight end. Now, my final guy is a bit of a punt, but Nelson Agholor is the one I'm going for the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens are really struggling with drops at the moment. Zay Flowers, Odell Beckham, Rashad Bateman, all struggling to keep hold of the ball. Agholor seems to be quite a reliable source for Lamar Jackson at the moment. Whenever he is targeted, he seems to catch it. And I think that can't be, you have to realise that is definitely worth having. He's averaging 4 targets a game, but the big reason that you want to go for Agholor is not just for this week, but for the future as well. He's going up against Tennessee this week. He's then got Denver, Arizona, and Seattle. All 4 of them games are really good. And so therefore, I think Agholor is going to get involved more. So they're my 5 guys for the waiver wire for you to pick up for week 6. Make sure that you get on them. And also keep it with the franchise tag, as we have got plenty more fantasy and also just NFL UK stuff coming out for you.